Words are hard.
Words are hard for me sometimes. Well, a lot of times.
He's
words
more
are
of a visual guy.
I'm so in my own head most of the time that I know exactly what I'm saying, but I can never relate it to anybody around me. It sucks. That's why I'd rather write shit down. From now on, I'm gonna write shit down. Give me a piece of paper.
Later.
Okay.
Later. Remember it for later.
All right.
And then write it down there.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to part 2 of Drunk Gaming. For this week, we're watching Bunraku, or Bunraku, if you are one of those people. So far, I think we've been enjoying it. Definitely been enjoying the artistic side of it. That's for damn sure.
And I hope you're enjoying the witty banter between the three of us.
Because we're fucking trying to be about as witty as we can be.
Man, we suck.
Oh, so sad.
Right now we're at minute 53. Josh Hartnett is sleeping on a bed with his hand down his pants.
Hardy.
What did we learn from part 1, guys?
That I like to sleep with my hand down Josh's pants. I think
Josh Hartnett's pants.
But making the decision to hook up with a powerful guy and be his whore for 10 years is a bad one. Girls, don't do it.
Girls, don't
Guys,
do it.
don't do it.
Unless you're really just in for it for the money. And then
don't do it then either. You
No,
can be sad
I mean,
later.
sometimes.
It's a life lesson, people. Okay.
Maybe she said.
What about
I can't
you?
speak for everybody. Our style is great. I love everything about this movie. I haven't learned anything.
Shit, Mike doesn't learn crap.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes style is enough to make a movie awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
Hey, the narration's been good. And the dialogue's here or there. All right.
Woody Harrelson is awesome.
Woody Harrelson's awesome.
Boom.
All right. And we're going to roll it, and we're going to go ahead and 3, 2, 1, roll the tape. Spin around the room.
Something's at his door!
Oh my god, that's a terrible plan. Yeah, what are you thinking? God, he's gonna kill you.
Oh, me. I knew me.
It's just Woody.
You don't have the headphones.
Let's drink some more.
I was busy peeing, but now I'm good.
Like 5 minutes ago, probably.
Well, probably.
You tried to choke me.
This next prison scene is
I agree.
awesome.
The fight in the prison when he's
Yes.
entering it. Right here. Okay, they obviously stole this directly from The Matrix. That leap over shit. Roll onto the roof.
Yeah, but this is all Josh Hartnett right here. This is just all Josh Hartnett. I like the way he popped him up.
He
too.
becomes
All pop-up books, man.
a 2D paper doll to a 3D person.
Actually, they did this thing
Mike
in
Johnson,
the...
look at that backlight. Okay. I'm sorry.
They did this same thing in the remake of Red Dawn, where they jump from one building to the next and beat somebody up. This is like a thing. Jumping from one building to the next is a thing.
I love that heights freak
Heights.
him out.
Yeah. And this is how they
It's
set
very
up, because
Keanu.
heights come in later on, and this is how they set it up, and it's good.
Look at that. Look at that sky. So Russian. You can do
This
it.
is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Lost his hat. Oh, what would Harrison Ford say?
Bam!
Oh. Happy birthday, fucker.
Probably.
Happy birthday, fucker. Cigarette. Do you think Guy Moshi was trying to quit when he wrote this?
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah.
like a very specific
Yeah.
personal thing.
Yeah.
this.
What is this set?
This is a giant set.
Yep. This is a Wes Anderson funky opening shot thing from any one of his films. With just a big old set with a camera going all over the fucking
Each
place.
floor
Ow.
is exactly the same with 2 stairs. Everything is so choreographed as he moves from floor to floor. Punch,
Yep.
punch.
And it's full old school video game mode.
Yes.
With the sound design.
Yep.
Which gets
and-
brought back one more
Yep.
time.
You can hear the whittle. The lighting is perfect. He's catching so much of his lighting.
How long do you think it took to light this fucking scene?
Oh my god.
They had a whole crew just putting this together
Oh, yeah.
before they got on set. I mean, the guys that didn't probably work on any other scene in the movie.
I think they pulled a left from Pac-Man. Then they pull all the way out to show.
Do you
2
think they
levels of
built
fun.
at all those floors?
I do.
Jesus.
Look at the bars on this.
Another
jail.
intricate throwaway scene.
Yeah.
Set.
All of this detail.
Uh-huh. If I'm going to be thrown into a shitty-ass jail, I want it to be that shitty-ass jail. Because it is just cool.
I'm sure that was one of the things that sold these actors on it, especially Josh Hartnett. It's like, oh, so are we going to transition to the next, like, it's going to be green screen? No. We're going to build it. Really?
I think that says a lot. And the other thing that's kind of nice...
His tiny little car! I love his tiny little car!
It's a little squished green bug.
I would totally drive that car.
Mm-hmm. You look good in that car.
Thank you. It's true.
You look surprising in that car.
It's about some of the throwaway scenes is it's like throw up a couple of flats, toss some light on it, and have maybe 2 or 3 details that the light really catches. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Write that down.
The bars, though, were pretty intricate on that last one.
That is the detail. That's the only thing that you really see
Mm-hmm.
that you make that tells you, oh, it's a jail.
The bed was a nice touch, too. A shitty-ass mattress on that bed.
Metal.
Pretty nice. Yeah, this dynamic between
Josh
her
Hartnett
and Josh is a weird thing.
I don't know why she jumps. This makes us jump. Yeah. Is this racism that's happening right here? Do you think that's what's happening in character?
By the end of it, I'm like,
he's hot for her action.
They're both hot for each other's action.
You can tell
by
by
the end. You're like,
he's
what?
slid his eyes over to her. She's too young. He doesn't want to deal with that.
He likes the Japanese girls.
Listen.
Who doesn't?
Little girl.
Well, he's an American cowboy wandering around Asia, so he's got to be into
Momoko.
She is cute, though.
You don't trust him, but you want to be with him. Just admit it. Admit it.
Yo, that downward look she had right there. Just looking him over a little bit.
Hammer? Mallet?
This is one scene of her getting to use maybe her version of Kung Fu. Because she's very mental. Like, she's not a fighter, right? But she'll find a way to get you.
She's not a fighter.
She'll find a way to get you.
Well, she does like loud, abrupt noises, as she showed us in the bath scene with the barking.
True.
And now this is Ron Perlman's Cry Me a River. I've worked so hard to get where I am, and now I can't even enjoy it.
Damn. She's just crushing nuts.
Another good sound.
Crushing some nuts.
Another good sound design thing, dude. They make you understand how much it hurts him.
It's weird that it does hurt him so much.
Well, that's what he does with this.
He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it at all.
Well, when you watch him do like this, they do a little sound cue there. He listens. That's how he's able to fight with his back turned and stuff like that. He listens for people
like a bat.
Yeah,
he's got the sonars, yo, and that's blowing his sonar apart.
Yeah,
which is why that high pitched is like that tinnitus that you get after concerts.
I brought you.
I feel so bad for like old rock stars that have that all the fucking time. That tinnitus.
Yeah, I waited for a good several seconds to say that, but
Cousin. I do love his accent. Cousin.
All right, what else was he in? I've been racking my brain. I've seen him in so many other things.
What's the
big thing?
We need a laptop.
I don't think that.
We're gonna use Andrew's laptop next week. Put it right here, and you're gonna be IMDb guy.
No, I don't want to be IMDb guy.
Fine, I'll be IMDb
What?
guy.
Shut up, you guys. I'm looking it up right now.
She has IMDb on her phone.
Demi Moore is still hot.
Yep.
Still hot.
Agreed.
She's in her mid-50s, right?
Yeah, she's certainly 50. Kevin
Stack
McKidd.
of cash monies.
They made up their own money, too. It looks like Monopoly money. But it's
big Monopoly.
It's a little detail that adds into a world.
Oh, dude, you know where you've seen it before? Dog Soldiers. Wait, maybe you haven't seen.
Actually, I have seen Dog Soldiers. I don't want.
That's the werewolf one. Yeah,
British werewolf.
It isn't bad. It's not bad.
That was on Netflix for a while. Dog Soldiers.
Saw it on Sci-Fi.
He was in Grey's Anatomy.
There we go. That's where I know him from.
Voice in Brave, voice in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. He was in Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, which I know is one of Mike's favorite movies. Maid of Honor. Rome, Hannibal Rising, Kingdom of Heaven,
Hannibal Rising.
Kingdom of Heaven is possible.
The Lovely,
I love the old trajectory.
Grand Theft Auto.
They like to, not only do they like bend
That's about it.
cultures in this movie, they like to bend cultures in this movie. They also seem to like to bend timelines.
Yeah, they're bending technology.
Yeah.
It's interesting because so many post-apocalyptic movies are not set in settings like this that are very lush and still quite civilized, really.
Yeah, right.
Because this blends Western with Art Deco, which is an odd mix.
Mm-hmm. They put in post-apocalyptic, post-World War III movie in a world that didn't fall that far.
Exactly.
Just didn't.
Yeah. It doesn't have any of the internets or any of the cellular.
It
stuff
fell
that
to
we're
like
used to.
1910 or like 1920s or something like that.
1920s, 1930s.
No guns, but
Yeah,
I like
don't
that.
know how
I like that. I like that
possible.
portion.
No
that gives
guns.
me a nerd part of me, like a giant boner.
Versus bullshit, but okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, whatever.
What?
I think that the woodman's hat is such a crazy choice. It's like this gossamer butterfly wing of a hat
Well, it's their take on the
with the feather.
like they talk about earlier. It's their take on the Angel of Death.
Yeah,
That
but it's just very like awkward
Yeah.
and unexpected.
It's not that
There's nothing
straight up
graceful. It's not
Chinese
shroudy.
kind of weird
Yes.
big cone hat.
no, it does
It's something-
look like a mom in a garden.
Yeah,
type hat.
it totally does. With like a weird, awkward, laugh-inducing feather.
I think it pulls off though with the character.
Well, he makes it work. I don't know how. They don't show it that much too, which I think is helpful.
Yeah, it's simply there in place of a mask. You know what I mean?
I'm sure, yeah, and that's true. And I understand, too, that it's really the silhouette that strikes fear into the hearts of people
Yes.
more now.
I'm flying through this drink,
You're thirsty.
just passing through. How hard was his facial? Because he's got just enough stubble rocking over here. How hard do you think that was for the makeup
To maintain?
people to maintain?
What, for Josh Hartnett's
Josh
character?
Hartnett, yeah, because he's got like
Someone had to watch it every day.
yeah.
That's the kind of,
Fuck.
care it needs to be taken for that shit.
They had a special comb made for the razor.
Can you do me another favor with your
just-
phone? Can you look up how much money that this made versus cost?
Let's see how much for that.
Because I guarantee it didn't make it back.
Not
And
in
it
the theater.
probably cost way more than we assumed it.
Did this
does.
even make its way into theaters at all? I'm assuming this.
I don't
I
remember
never
it.
saw it in
I don't
the
remember
theater.
it.
Yeah,
I
I
found it on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember seeing the preview.
And I'd have paid to see this a couple times in theaters myself.
You would have seen it in the theater. I bet in the theater.
Because in a
pretty
big
cool.
screen, this art version,
Agreed.
in the sound style they're doing, I think it would have been fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it probably would have looked pretty cool on a big screen. You're right.
All in.
First hand, all in.
Everybody at the table just stunned. They get random East European models to sit with color number 2. They do this, and then they become dancers in Amsterdam. That was the arc of their career.
Budget $25 million estimated.
Oh, that's less than I thought. I would have thought at least 40.
That's passion project numbers right there.
And I think too that came from shooting it over in Eastern Europe.
Probably.
Yeah, that's true. Like these extras in this room cost about $25 a day. And the big pull is like the biggest actor that they can, and he magically changed the cards. How did he do that? You never know.
No one said.
Wow, he even sits forward.
What?
I swear to God, Josh Hartnett's tattoos are actually his tattoos, though. I think I've seen him in other stuff with tattoo like that.
Are you gonna make me look up fucking everything? No, I'm just teasing.
No, I'm not. You don't have to. I mean, you can. She's happier
much
now
money.
because I gave her York peppermint patties.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Taste the happiness.
So good.
I feel like I'm on a mountain, freezing to death.
Cold breeze.
Yep, it's time to wrap it up, boys. He's got all my monies.
I love that he just gives him back the money. Like, I can't do it.
Here's the thing. He talks about this. He says, "I think I like you," and he reiterates it later in the movie too. I think he legitimately likes this kid. He sees a lot of himself in Josh Hartnett's character. I think that's why he likes him. Mm-hmm. Somebody who's incredibly talented and incredibly tricky, but it just doesn't fall like no. You can't exist in the same timeline as yourself. You know what I mean?
Beyond, and I'd probably agree with that. Beyond that, I think he sees him as something different, new, exciting, and challenging.
Yes,
which
Like
he
the
has
love
not.
Yes,
Exciting.
he hasn't been challenged
That's like that exactly.
in ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's got to be like the duality problem of being that high. Is you want to be challenged, and yet to be challenged is to possibly.
You're a warrior king that has not been in a war in a long time.
You crave it. It's what you got you there.
I mean, yeah, you're a warrior that happened to come to power. Not necessarily you wanted it. It just happened to you.
Bullshit to that. You
Right
wanted
there.
it.
Look at that love. Oh,
Well, I mean, it's what you strive for, but once you get there, you're like, oh, I didn't want this at all.
That's true. Be careful what you wish for.
you like the journey. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You like the struggle to get to the top, and once you get to the top, you're like, well, I don't fucking want this at all.
But you got to keep it.
Yeah. You don't want anybody else to have it. The makeup is so good. The sitting scars on his face and then later on Josh Hartnett's face throughout the continuation of the movie. Makeup on this was great.
And it's funny, too, now that you probably think about those things for 5 years of making shorts of your own and recognizing the time and effort it takes to make that happen.
Yeah.
What?
And attention to detail. Not just that, just like really paying attention where they are.
Someone caring.
Somebody giving a shit.
Right.
Really caring about their job.
Because it's not real. They're totally fake.
This whole movie is a conglomeration of people. Yes, they shot in Eastern Europe. It's a conglomeration of people who cared about the movie that was coming
They
out.
cared about what they were doing.
Yes.
Give a
And
damn about the details.
that's really hard, guys. That's hard to get
hard.
like everybody on board.
Yeah, it's true. To get that kind of buy-in, I'm going to eat all of these fucking... This is
Do
my
it.
last one.
Please do it. No, please do it. We're not gonna. I got a bunch of. Give one to Chad. Give one to Chad. Chad wants one. Eat it. I don't like York peppermint patties. That's why they're just all sitting in there. There's also 2 big giant lollipop of some sort in there, and you guys should eat those too. Every good candy that I like has been picked out.
Color palette on the scene. Red background, blue light. It's all just a blue light.
Yeah.
This set,
Reflecting
It's
off
amazing
green.
you can see any green at all.
this garden set, I deeply love because they go through this quite a bit in this movie, and the paper doors that they're able to do because of the Asian aesthetic, they're able to fire whatever the fuck they want into that
true.
room.
It could be any color.
It doesn't matter.
Look over here.
And it's blue.
Blue.
It's blue over here. And that was
Inside.
red in this room.
Red, and it's blue outside.
They're firing LEDs through that door, aren't they? That's how they're doing that.
It's colored paper.
It's colored paper?
No,
Oh.
here's what I don't understand. So she gives him a note because obviously he was her lover, the lover that she left
Yes.
when she went to the woodcutter.
Yes.
We don't ever find out what that note says. We just have to assume that it is, I can give you information.
I love you. I love you, Woody Harrelson.
She's trying to help him because she still loves him. Because
She doesn't still
not
really love him.
necessarily. No, she doesn't love him, but she loves the idea of him.
I would say that is probably true. She wonders what it could
What
have
could
been.
have been?
Yep.
You know, the white picket fence and
I
the
could have been someone's woman.
2.3 children.
And I think, too, the idea that she feels like she's made a poor choice. Maybe she could help make a better one.
Yeah. Another throwaway set. Set shows up twice.
Oh.
Once here and then later on. I can't even imagine how much work went into all of these sets that fucking had a minute screen time. Some of them less.
That's like when they made Dune in Mexico.
The miniatures.
It's like when they made Dune in Mexico.
God.
Yes.
There's so much detail, so much effort, so much craft work in those sets.
I actually saw an article that said that they should that's one of the movies they should remake. Dune.
Stop talking. That is not going to happen.
Dune
Okay, that was an excellent movie. It does not need to be remade.
Wonderful.
Stop talking.
No,
we're not going to listen to that.
It wasn't
anymore.
an excellent movie.
It was.
It wasn't an excellent.
You know
movie.
why? That's why.
Your rose-colored glasses.
Fuck you and your rose-colored glasses.
The spice.
The spice must flow.
Flash.
He's a miracle.
Callback.
He'll save us all flesh. Now his car is not green; it's blue.
Watch Distracted Gaming number 18, I think.
Jesus.
I'm the one who numbers them, so I should know, but I don't. Look at this. Hours. They do it. This is one of the better time transitions I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Passing of time. Look at that.
It's because it doesn't have to be real, and that's what's so beautiful about it.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the best time transitions I've seen in a realistic movie is in Shaun of the Dead, when he passes out in the kitchen and then BAM! Suddenly it's morning.
Yes, that's very good. Yeah, that one's really good.
Here it is. It's on now.
Dude, this was a poor choice.
Don't do it. Don't do it. He's a trap.
Look at that hat.
He's got to know this is probably a trap.
Yeah, he's smart.
Walking in. Mm-hmm. But if the 1% that it's not,
right?
Yeah.
You gotta go.
And remember, we still don't know what his big issue is. We know. We kind of know. We kind of know.
There's been hints here and there. But actually, they get really heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Like the hints get really heavy-handed later on.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny in this scenario that even though he must have known, that guy's able to take him by surprise. This is one of those things that movies do where they go first. He's so fast. He's so quick, he's so strong, he can beat, kill anyone. Oh, except for all these Cirque du Soleil monkeys. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing then.
Do you think, that's actually a good point, do you think these guys did come from Cirque du Soleil or some shit like that?
Probably not.
Well, there's certainly some Eastern European, circus of some
Not
kind.
the main guy, though, and he does all sorts of flips. Like, he's obviously American, or faking it at least.
Now the car is like...
I like the Andre 3000 clone that appears in this scene, too.
And then the battle that they later have.
Oh, it's so good. Mm-hmm. This next fight scene.
The trapeze fight.
Actually, it gets really fight scene heavy for the remainder of the movie.
I would agree with that.
And I like all of that. Because the choreography is very good.
Well, I think we've underscored many times that you really like this movie.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Not a surprise.
I'm sorry.
This is actually my least favorite fight sequence.
Really?
In the whole
I would
film.
agree.
Yeah.
Because
what
it
about
goes on too long, and it just seems a little bit like overkill. Like, seriously?
Because I saw it in like the second Batman, and I'm like over it.
It just seems like an awkward trope to jam in there. That he would be foolish enough to fall for this trap, and that he would not be able to get out of it. I understand the importance of it as a plot point. He cannot make it alone. You know what I mean? And pretty soon Yoshi's going to have to come in, and the two of them are going to be able to do this together.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the trope. I understand the trope, and I get that. I just like the way they do it. They actually do it
wildly. And prior to this, I don't know why I'm being so. I give a damn.
He is swinging wildly.
Matter.
We're very much on the same page. I was over the whole dance fighting thing with Breakin' 2. Electric Boogaloo. By that point, it was over for me. So, no.
But I'm looking at him, not the group of guys. Right. That's what I'm looking at.
But how can you not?
You can like it. It's okay.
Guys?
I mean, we're not going to judge you and
No, I'm just explaining why I have a different opinion. That's where I'm at right now.
Cool.
I think that's what we should be doing. Am I wrong?
No, it's fine. I'm just You seemed like you were being a little bit,
No. Yeah, I was just explaining why.
Okay.
Here's the next here's random awesomeness. In a world that there are no guns, everybody's a little bit badass. And this fucking sushi chef, who you would assume a sushi chef knows his way about knives, and this motherfucker proves that he knows his way around some knives.
Well, I think you find they tell you, not in so many words, earlier in the movie, that, he was in the war, and he was a badass, and he did some ass-kicking, but he was totally disillusioned by the whole thing and wants just to leave all that shit behind.
Yeah,
he could kick some ass if he has to.
He's done with all
He will, and he's ready to do so at this point.
And I like this bit he does here where he kills his own guy. He's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
How much, you're dealing with a crazy person.
I don't know if he's crazy. I just think he's evil.
Well, I guess I mean that to do that, to kill your own people in front of the person that you're trying to attack or kill or take, is just like this. Oh my God, he will stop at nothing.
Yeah. It's definitely a mental. It's definitely which doesn't work on this guy at all. But
or it does because suddenly.
Well, being straight better than the other guy is like
true,
and that's what they built up. And even towards the end, this guy is straight. Good.
He's supposed to, he could take the woodcutter on. You'd kind of like to see the two of them battle it out.
Yeah, you would. And hint, you get close.
Which yields no blossoms. Cheerful my life has been, bearing
very Japanese.
But a single fruit.
Very Japanese. And the Momoko.
Whoa.
This would have been a perfect opportunity.
She kind of flails. They don't give her the due, man. And I would have liked
it.
Well, she's emotionally compromised. I think.
It'd have been cool if he'd have played with her a little bit, and she'd have looked badass. And no, she couldn't beat him. No way.
No. Well, they're trying to.
Way, but it would have been nice.
The fights have been just realistic enough to buy me in on the fact that he just I gotcha.
Yeah.
Minus some of the flips and shit that happened in this one. I do like he punched her in the metal knuckles and goes,
Yep.
These guys are so filled with energy, they can't just stop twirling and leaping. I thought they were going to make him into some kind of cool puppet, but instead they just kind of punched him down.
That'd have been like old school kung fu theater. That'd have been sweet.
Yeah. Like we're just messing.
Yeah.
There it is. Back
Here's
to
Yoshi.
back.
No, I understand this is very tropey and bullshit, but like I said, I've always looked at this movie. I've always looked at this movie as a comic book, as an episode 1 of a comic book.
Yep.
And that's why I give a lot of the stuff that you guys have issue with. I completely ignore it
Totally
because
true.
in comic books, this is expected.
Yeah.
This is what's supposed to happen. I like that though.
Which Batman was it? It wasn't. And I'm not talking about the recent ones. I'm talking about the old ones. It wasn't the Penguin one. It was the one after that. Batman Forever. Didn't Batman and Robin have to throw down with
Batman? No, it was Batman Forever and then Batman and Robin.
Okay. So maybe it was Batman and Robin where they had to throw down against the
circus
gymnastic, circus
midgets
people
or whatever. The carnival.
Wait, no, okay, so Batman and Robin was Mr. Freeze and Ivy.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So it was the one with...
And the Riddler, then.
Because the Riddler was in with this...
Wasn't it?
Shit.
No, the Riddler and Two-Face were in the same movie.
Oh, yeah, the Riddler and Two-Face.
Because there was always two bad guys.
Right.
Well, after it's...
That might have been Batman Forever.
Okay. This is beautiful.
This scene, this top down that they do here is really...
The top down with the car chase.
There is 10 people that worked on this for 6 months.
True. Get the stuff flying by. That's practical. They're not using green screen here because they've got too many fucking crazy-ass lights going on. So they got rear projection going on. Both...
Yeah, they've got light. They've got cardboard cutouts just flying by and lights turning on and off behind them. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
To create. And if you get it in the right sequence, you can just create. There's buildings.
I think it's just green screen, personally.
I'm going with rear projection. We all have a difference. We all think differently how they did that. Now we need to get on the internet and find out if
they'll never. Yeah,
right.
we don't care. We won't find
care enough. That'd be just weird.
This set is great.
This circus.
The entry to this circus.
It's so flat and 2D. It's so great. It's all red shoes.
Nice.
And here comes Andre 3000 and his Asian friend.
Motorcycles. Goddamn motorcycles.
Tell me that doesn't look like Andre.
Wearing a Darth Vader helmet.
Yes.
What's up, motherfuckers?
How do they fit in that? How do they fold into that car?
No kidding. It's bigger inside than it is out.
Like all clown cars are.
I better take the swordsman.
I can't stop myself.
And then the look on
I'm
Josh
just gonna
Hartnett's
be
face when he
leaping.
does this. Look on Josh Hartnett's face. He's like,
Good luck.
okay.
But here's the fucked up part.
You real?
Why would you follow someone in to their sort of fighting lair?
Because it's a kung fu movie.
Right? It's a face-off.
I'd be all like, come on
kung
out,
fu
man.
movie.
Come on out. I'm going to face
I'll
you in
set
there.
this tin on fire.
Am I an idiot? Exactly.
Yeah, but the bad guys have no. The bad guys don't give a shit if they fight,
Man.
right? The bad guys don't give a shit. The good guys are the ones that need to fight.
Need the fighting.
It's true. It's true.
No, I agree. It's true.
Man, when I was little, I wanted like one of these trapeze
I would
nets
vomit up
so much. I wanted those big nets that you could
big net.
fall on.
And he just agrees to the terms. He's just like,
What is he
All
going
right.
to do? What else is he going to do?
I'd just wait there with some gasoline in the match.
he
know what's
agrees
funny
to the
is
terms of service.
They
And he's
don't
like,
ever try and
whatever.
make that funny. Like Harrison Ford and all of the stuff that
Yeah.
he's afraid of, it was all comedic. Mm-hmm. But they don't ever do that with Josh Hartnett's character.
He does some facial features that work, but no,
Well, you
they
can
don't.
no
tell
hard.
that
They don't really.
he doesn't like it, but
Yeah.
he just does it
No
anyway.
hard
He always
jokes.
faces it.
Which is sort of it's the trials of the hero in old fables. You know what I mean?
Well, they have gone out of his way not to make him funny.
Yeah.
Except for maybe that right there.
And this is all him. You can tell this is just him. Like, oh, we're just gonna film Josh do this for a bit. I would vomit being up there.
You don't like the heights?
Oh, I have so much trouble. I used to like roof and stuff too.
Oh, yeah,
And it was
yeah.
hard.
Look at that. So much fun. Crash.
But that's all that was. Now let's fight on a big bouncy net.
I know.
It's like we're in one of those bouncy castles.
Effectively a trampoline. Just we're on a trampoline now.
Whee!
Which I think I could do. I spent a lot of time on trampolines when I was a kid. Maybe I think I'd be able to do this.
You could do it, sure.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. The seriousness of this fight is just undercut by the lighting. This hard blue directional lighting that they're doing.
Oh!
And this is just like we're
He doesn't have a chance. That guy's really got all the physics of that bouncy net thing
Yeah.
sussed out.
And that's the messed up. I mean, I can't even imagine that guy's...
what do you hear? They just keep
would
cutting
really
really
hurt. Because no one has any leverage. I mean, that
Yeah.
kick, that was...
He's just toying.
It's
with it.
momentum.
What?
It's
Till he
not
can, like,
leverage,
push
it's
him off
momentum.
the-
In this case, that's what it has to be, because
Yeah.
you can't get leverage. Reminds me of that. What's that Brazilian martial art that's like a dance martial art?
Yeah,
where people
yeah,
are like,
yeah.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Oh.
And this is going to make me mad that I'm not going to be able to pull this out right away.
Capoeira.
Capoeira. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Capoeira is fucking useless, by the way, in case anybody was wondering.
They're going to have some capoeira dude come and want to kick your ass.
I know. Add your comments
No.
down below.
I just punch him in the face.
See,
while
that's
he's
what
doing
I'd have
the
done.
flip.
I'd done a lot of biting.
Yeah, go for it.
I'd have
Fight.
kicked the people
Right
in
away.
the nuts and...
Oh,
wet
oh,
people.
and there's the win. He got.
Oh, just like that.
I like that it's like that. He's like, he had his one option and he went, I found it. I got there.
Break.
It was two very different fights. Josh Hartnett
Yeah.
just got there at some point. He
Yeah.
found his opening and he got there. This guy just steadily beat him.
This is like a long, hard slog.
Yeah.
I like this when he gets off of the net. That's
You
the
know
other
this
thing I
was an
wanted to
accident
do.
too. They cut this a little short because some like 10 people come rushing in to help him.
Right here. Oh, bam!
Like they cut this a little short because everybody's like, "Oh god,
Josh, are you okay? Oh my god!
That was beautiful.
I have your coffee."
Teen aspirin? Ice? Maybe?
Josh, we're going to use that cut.
This is the part that's hard. He just randomly remembers, oh, your
And the
family.
light changes.
You have a family. This is always the part that was hard for me. You know what I mean?
you
Just
to
like,
go,
oh,
realistically
right.
speaking.
Do you remember you're related to people?
Bullshit, man.
They are going after my family.
That's all green screen. Here's that other throwaway set, but used entirely in a different fashion. Because before they were where that wall is, the camera's where that wall is, firing him up the stairs. And now they're out in the street, and that set is still fucking there in the background. That means they built this whole goddamn street in order to shoot those two scenes.
He's dead.
So do you think they built these scenes? How many former World War II plane bunkers did they build these in?
That's a good question. I mean, what kind of huge industrial leftovers are in
Budapest.
Budapest?
Budapest, right next to Turkey, right?
You're asking me geography questions. We're watching a movie.
This is another one. This is the first time Josh Hartnett's character is like being reasonable in a situation.
It's totally true. And he's the compassionate warrior, or the thinking man, where that's always been Yoshi. That's the perfect thing for the end of for the beginning of the third act, for roles to change. Get her ready for me, because I'm going to be raping her later.
I like the little ones.
When I have the time.
What?
Awkward.
These two have more scenes than her and Ron Perlman actually do.
With the kissing and the biting. Yuck.
His hair.
Love.
Can't wait to break you.
I do like that bit. That's a good bit.
Hiss.
There's just randomly good lines. Like, a lot of the connecting stuff, I get it. Doesn't quite work. But there's randomly really good, memorable quotes.
And here's where being a woodcutter is cool, because it gives him...
Yeah.
That means this guy does the axe thing.
This is training.
And axes are hardcore.
This is training right here for him.
Keeping up the muscle strength. Look at all those mountain peaks disappearing in clouds behind him.
His arms look beefy, though, in this scene, too.
Well, I'm sure he works out. I have no doubt. Probably has a trainer, personal trainer, you know.
Was he on Sons of Anarchy yet? You know? Was he on Sons of Anarchy yet? They shot this in 2009. Was he on Sons of Anarchy yet? That's been 5 or 6...
It'd have to be right around the same
4 or 5
time.
years,
Yeah.
I think that show's been on. That's a good show, by the way. If you guys aren't watching it.
I have not watched it yet. It's unlike you.
You should.
I will.
You got Netflix?
I cut the cable, yeah, so...
Oh,
Netflix and Amazon.
Oh no,
Prime.
the Amy doesn't have sports anymore.
No, it's going to be horrible.
I know how she feels, man.
That's okay. She can binge watch, different TV shows.
That's true.
She watched 2 seasons of Veronica Mars in basically...
Absolutely, which is what you should do. Veronica Mars is a great show, and you should watch that.
Yeah, it's a good show, but she stayed up for 24 hours.
Look at that look.
Straight.
It's amazing.
Oh, is he going to test him?
See right here.
Is he going to test him?
Thinking about it.
Oh,
Can you do it?
It's so condescending, that look. But he's got that axe in his hand, and are you really going to take on the king?
I can't do it.
The king's on his throne. You want to go?
The only person you're afraid of in the whole world.
I think he does a good job of selling the fear there a little bit too.
That decision making, you can really see the thoughts crossing his mind.
Yeah.
It's all about timing. When he's got that axe in that log, he's got to pull it out first, That's when you go for it.
I love the way he fights too, Ron Perlman, because they established it early on in the movie. He just fucking throws an axe.
Yeah.
And then it comes back later. Like, that's how... you win a fight, just... It's over! You have to walk over here. I just throw this at you, and then you fucking die.
As long as he doesn't miss, we're good to go.
You need one axe.
Which it doesn't seem like he does.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The leaves are falling. It's fall.
How bad would the title changes be if the moon was really...
How much longer? Couple of hours? We don't have that kind of time.
Just between scenes, his cigar's gone out, and he reacts to the fact that his cigar's gone out. You know that wasn't on purpose. It's just like his cigar
acting.
went out.
No, that's real acting. Every take is like that, guaranteed. Green screen.
Very.
Whoosh.
This is hardcore green screen. No sets here.
Wow.
It's really long to put on a t-shirt, isn't it?
The Proletariat League of Defense?
Yeah.
PLD.
That would be better.
I'm down with PLD.
Yeah,
You know me.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I was hoping.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to throw them out there. You got to pitch them.
This set kind of reminds me of like the Popeye, what was it, Martin Scorsese? Who did Popeye in the 80s?
That was,
Fuck.
It was so ridiculous,
Robin Williams as Popeye.
Yes,
give me a
Robin
moment.
Williams.
Give me a moment. It's the guy who did MASH. The guy who did...
Robert Altman.
Robert Altman.
Yeah. It was terrible.
No. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I'm with Chad.
It was beautiful.
I haven't seen that movie since the 90s, probably. But
I always think of it as the kickoff for Goonies.
this,
Like, the people who saw that later were like, God, we could make one like that, but Goonies, like, but for kids.
this is such a fucking weird, tiny little character
Yeah,
that
yeah.
means so much to the fucking story.
He's like the keymaker in the Matrix.
I always felt like this
But with
part,
no
this
other
whole
build-up.
thing, this Proletariat League, the general, I felt like this was fucking rushed.
I
felt
would
like,
agree. Like, they just added it in at the last minute. Like,
Yeah.
they can't do that by themselves. We better give them an army with information.
This was added.
that was
This was
convenient.
added 2 weeks to shoot in the script. I felt, although I do really like the 007 intro movie they do here in a little bit. I do like that.
That is cool. Agreed.
I don't know. I think these are the kinds of things that happen when you have a movie like this that eventually you have to justify the close.
Make it bigger.
So I bet this was in the movie from script concept, but they just didn't know how to pull it off as cool as everything else was pulled off.
Look how many East Europeans don't know how to use a sword in the background of this fucking scene.
Gangbusters.
Goat cheese. Most racist thing that happens in this entire movie.
They ain't nothing but farmers.
And here comes the awesomeness right here. Right here. This whole weird, crazy like, they do a montage
really
the correct way.
Rush through so much time with this. Like, hey, bow and arrow.
I love that he
brass
gets
knuckles.
Brass knuckles. Like, that's all he needs. Just make your fists hurt more.
Yeah.
Right.
The bow and arrow is kind of lame though, because doesn't he only use it like twice?
And we've never seen him use it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't use it at all during the big fight.
It'd have been way cooler if it was just two.
Actually,
swords
I saw,
that
and
can
I'll
pull
point it
on
out here in a
swords.
second. There's a plot hole here in a second. I'll point it out.
A
because-
plot hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really quiet
I
motorcycle.
love you. I love you too. Okay.
Kiss, kiss.
They couldn't kiss because Woody Harrelson was
Fight,
right
fight,
there.
fight.
Yeah, well.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Rooster teeth, people. You'll know what I'm talking about. He changed out. He gives the other guys
That-
walking stick.
I got this.
That's mine,
actually,
dude.
the guy hasn't been in a fight in, 10 years?
But the
and he
limp-
does okay in this next big fight scene. Like, they write his character in as doing, okay.
Yeah. Don't put the makeup on me. I hate it.
It burns! It burns!
The makeup burns.
That's right.
It took her the entire movie, but she's finally building up the courage to do something,
Yeah. She's gonna actually make a move instead of just bitching or feeling super shitty inside.
Yeah.
Light it up!
Light it up with the gun that's really just a lighter.
I like that. He starts a war with a gun, but it's not a real gun.
It's not a real gun. And it's gotta be illegal.
He's really far away.
This entire world's made of paper. What have you done?
Oh my god! Look at those trees!
That's how the apocalypse
No
starts.
attempts to make them seem realistic, which
They
is
just
awesome.
walk out. It's limping. There was a jump just right. You didn't see it. There was a little ramp they set up.
Hell yeah, there's a little ramp.
No, you can do that on a motorcycle. You just do like that and it jumps.
Yeah.
Did you learn that from all the 80s movies?
I watched it on the TV. It's on Deuce of Hazzard and Airwolf.
The brothel girls are like, oh shit, we are dead.
Yeah, brothel girls we're out.
Break through these paper screens in the back and run for it.
This was a cush life for a little bit, but this shit's over. This shit's over.
Gross.
Slicing it up.
This black dude here is killer number 4 or some shit like that.
He's like
He
the
is
beast.
built like a brick shit house.
He's in beast mode. Oh,
Number 6.
Oh,
Dead.
number 6.
Mandingo!
He's doing capoeira, actually.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, I mean, wasn't it a slave
Yeah.
created?
And they disguised it in a dance.
Self-defense, yeah.
Everyone's dying down there. I'm just going to hang out for a little bit.
Gotta breathe.
Compose myself.
That's right. Gotta be
My
in the
girlfriend's down there
I'm the
dying,
second
probably.
wave. I've got a
to be in the right mood.
Indian guy with cool bun on his head. You guys didn't watch the Golden Globes, but there were a couple of young men there with buns.
Really?
The composer for that Robert Redford movie and Jared Leto, heavy on the...
Jared Leto, I did see that bit, and I'm glad
the
that he's
male
back
bun.
in acting, because that dude's talented as shit.
Yeah, he's pretty talented.
Who's that?
Lead singer of
Leto.
30 Seconds to Mars.
The only thing I can ever think of him being in was the kid that Brad Pitt beats to shit in...
Fight
or
Club.
Edward Norton in Fight Club.
Nice.
Also, he does a lot of indie shit.
Yeah. He's like Ryan Gosling, but without the Ryan Gosling.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he really only cares about, possibly award winnings. He's a douchebag. He really is a douchebag. If you watch some interviews with him, he's a giant douchebag, but
His
he's
acceptance speech was
fucking
kind of
talented as
goofy.
shit, which there's nothing you can do about it.
Who tied her to the pole? Was she tied to the pole when they were putting the makeup on her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought they were holding her down.
Yes. And I thought, when I originally watched this scene, I thought she was running away. I thought she was taking another easy way out of a situation.
Oh, right.
As she did previously.
That's what you're supposed to think.
Right.
You're supposed to think that, yes.
I can't
Run away. Just
stay.
leave. Just leave. Okay, I will leave.
Here comes Woody to the rescue.
Momoko!
Don't worry. I have a knife. Yep, he is definitely capoeiraing.
Actually, that dust throw is a big bit of it. And fight's over.
There it is.
You just took
Killer.
brass to your fucking temple.
Killer.
You're dead.
Oh!
So much more to... Ready? Yep, got you. Yep. They did that in the Avengers, too. That moment where everyone's like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
okay.
All right,
You
let's do
okay?
it.
It was okay. That's my secret. I'm always
Here's
angry.
what I don't understand.
She has scissors. She has scissors.
I know. But this is what I don't understand.
Why she
They see
doesn't
each
run to
other.
him?
No, it's not so much that. It's just like, I can't.
I'm
gonna save you. No, oh, this fell.
I think, and I know it's stupid, but I think it's an I'm not worthy situation.
That's
must
where
be
I
that.
I
immediately
think
go.
she wants to die in that fire.
She must have then just died.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Unless they make a Bunraku 2.
No, not a chance. Not a
So,
chance.
like,
No.
she's burned and like half her face
Not
is
a
burned.
chance
Oh my
in
god,
hell.
yes.
But
and
she's the bad
like
guy
the bad
now.
guy.
And she had a baby that's all like evil looking because it's red because of the fire.
And it has white dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Or
The baby has white dreadlocks.
It's out there for anyone to take. Go ahead.
It won't be
make
a baby
$1 million
anymore.
bucks
It'll
off
be
of
like a
our
sequel
ideas. Do
and-
it.
Josh
They will
Hartnett's
take
coming
us
back
to-
this year. Sin City 2 is coming out.
I know, I
so.
saw that. They said that
And
he
he's
was
gonna
the
be a big
reason
part
that
of it,
got
so.
made. The first one.
What?
Really?
That's what I read.
The second one got like a huge budget.
Really?
Yeah, they expect this movie to make $300 million or some shit worldwide or some shit. Like they're
Or
expecting
some
a
shit.
lot of fucking money from this movie.
If Elijah Wood's yellow-eyed character doesn't come back from the dead, I'm
He's-
going to be
no,
just
he's coming.
disappointed.
That's too
that
bad.
motherfucker's coming. Marv is coming back. Clive Owen's character is coming back.
motherfucker's gone.
Bruce Willis's character is coming
I
back.
like Clive
and Josh
Owen's
Hartnett's character is going to be in it as well. Rosario Dawson's character as well.
She's so beautiful.
She's so fucking hot.
She's more than beautiful. She's like charismatic, like a shining light where you just want to
Yeah.
be like, oh,
I don't know why she's not in more. I'm sure it's her decision.
I hope that it is. I have to believe it. You stay. I fight.
Kind of looks like he has cleavage
not a
too. We're talking
necklace.
about the
That's what I'm
androgyny.
saying. Androgyny.
It's a medallion, not a necklace. God damn it.
All right, so here they do a whole thing where they have to climb the cliff to get to the main thing, which is there's got to be a better way
That's
into
what
this
I
place.
thought when I was
right?
watching this. I was like, that's how.
They just couldn't fucking
That's how
figure
Demi
it out.
Moore's character gets up there.
They
when
just
she
couldn't
goes up there
fucking
to have
figure it
sex
out.
with the woodcutter.
Yeah, I'm
she
sure
just
not.
climbs the
I'm
cliff.
sure
No,
not.
No, there's a bridge. Set. There's an elevator somewhere, and they just couldn't fucking find it.
they just chose not to take it.
They want the element of surprise.
This is clearly more badass. Let's do this.
Let me shake back these luscious locks.
I will probably be
He does have
completely
luscious
exhausted.
locks. He does have luscious
know.
locks in this movie.
Look how high that is. They're climbing up this crevasse.
Thank you, Jack Black. The best version of crevasse ever. Ever used.
So good. The crevasse below, fill it.
Fill
with
her
your
mighty
mighty
juice.
You guys are going to be really tired when you get up there.
Yeah, a little
You need to
bit.
take a break.
Those other guys are going to be fresh as daisies.
Just have a seat.
Rest,
Relax a
rest.
little bit.
No. Can't
Have
tell
a
them
power
that.
bar. Some Gatorade.
Look at a house. What do you think is on the third floor? Nobody ever went to there.
That's where I would have my bedroom. So awesome. Looking out over the mountains.
Over the desolate Russian mountains.
The Mountainians.
I'm assuming this whole movie takes place in Russia.
Do you? Are you?
There's so many Russian accents and shit like that. Plus, that when they zoom in like earlier in the movie, it's like total East Asia somewhere.
Intriguing.
Plus, there's enough white people. I just assume.
This is a nice beat. This weird little
Yes.
staccato.
And then they kill 2 killers here, and they never announce it.
Yeah. And they
Actually,
don't-
that guy's number 9. I don't know who this guy is. This guy's
they
number
don't show
9.
the details of it. It's like, which I think is a good move for them.
Yeah.
They needed to do it in a different way.
Yeah.
What?
Shaving with an axe.
Classic.
That's how you know you're a badass.
Oh, hold.
Yes.
They're gonna do this properly.
Now they meet their evil twins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please, sit.
Which seems a little... I'm fairly certain that the guy that's opposite Josh Hartnett right here is just his stunt double. This is just his body double, and they gave him some face time. You know what I mean?
It's possible.
This guy, no, he doesn't look fucking
Yeah, that
fuck
guy's-
all like him. But
That guy's been in some pretty
Yeah, I
high-end
was gonna say.
Japanese shit. He's
this guy, though, kinda, he looks just
Big
enough
rock?
with the hair.
Sword. Ding, 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 ding. Cigarette. Thank you. I'll keep it for later. Those sweet gauntlets.
The samurai, the change of the styles here and there, the incremental advantage they're gaining.
Put the cigarette out on my tongue, bitch, because that's how much of a badass I am. Boom!
And then they just copy each other's moves for like...
Almost equally matched. Mm-hmm. That's another beautiful stylistic choice. That those are the last killers that they would run into, in essence.
And actually,
the two big boss fights.
Actually, a hard thing to notice here, when he wins this fight, and I'll point it out then, but the way he wins this fight is very interesting, and I like the way they added it.
Oh!
Oh!
That's the thing he got from Yoshi. That he learned that from Yoshi. That's how he was able to win. He adopted something from...
He learned. I learned. Oh, you speak English now. I learned.
There we go.
And
that's the fight.
Full-on samurai, bitches. Love it.
The blood splatter. There is no argument who won. There is no argument who won that.
Right to the rose petals.
Like that scene in Seven Samurai where they go pick up that... Oh, love it.
Enter evil.
You know he's evil because he's red. They painted him all red. That's how you know he's evil.
And then here you go. He steps in. He's all about it. And then, shit. Well, I'm probably not going to win this fight.
I told you to back off. I got this. God damn it. Oh, yeah?
Decide amongst yourselves.
Who's going to fight me first?
I will take him. You go on.
And he cares so little. He can't. Do you think this is confidence in the woodcutter or the fact that he doesn't give a shit whether he lives or dies? He literally just lets him pass.
Fine.
It's probably both, right?
There's a lot of stuff going on in that relationship.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you kill him, and then I'll kill you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. I caught your uncle like a yellow-tailed sushi roll.
Caught. Like a crazy O sound coming out. Caught your uncle.
Right? Caught
your uncle.
Good Lord, it's like he's fighting the wind. He doesn't have a chance.
Well, he flows, and samurai, based on style, they really don't. That's just the way the samurai sword, the katana, is designed. It's built like a guillotine. You put momentum in one direction, and you hope you cut through it.
He looks so nice shaved like that. Look at that.
It's a good look for him.
So handsome.
He
looks like at least 10 years younger.
There's some good mustaches in this room right now.
Look at all those cool axes just hanging out.
He's got a collection.
Nice little display there.
A collection.
Oh, yeah?
Oh!
Didn't even see it coming. Don't talk about my mustache, bitch.
Oh, shit.
And he's just losing so hard.
Yeah, losing so hard. Barely able to defend himself from fucking backwards fighting. You have to love that they're fighting in the garden, right?
Look at that. He cuts his coat.
I know you didn't just cut this coat.
And then it zooms on the fact that he's really cut. He's actually cut.
Everybody's like, oh, good work. Yeah, cut a coat. You ready to go again? Let me taste this blood. I love how much this hatchet is so painful to Josh Hartnett's character. You know, that'll kill you, too. There's a pretty sweet blood vessel in there. You bust through that, bleed out in minutes, probably. Someone can tell us.
There you go.
I love how the majority of this fight is him just trying to impart knowledge to a dead man. What he assumes is a dead man.
Mm-hmm.
This is how bored he is with his life.
Yeah.
I know, and it's weird too, because that's where I feel like some of the writing is just a little bit like, wow, really? But it's cool that they went with that. Words are my weapons. But not to insult you, to give you wisdom.
It's a Kill Bill 2 kind of moment where they like to sit around that on that
So
funky
true.
couch and just talk about shit.
So true. They always say Quentin Tarantino have influenced a generation of filmmakers to the point where they're just kind of broken. You know what I mean? They cannot envision something happening in a different way.
What?
I will stand.
I've got a
Motherfucker.
chance. I've got a
I'm
chance.
gonna stand up and I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna fall down because I
Look
heard
the
myself.
disappointment on Ron Perlman's face.
I love that Yoshi has that weird blood thing over his nostril. It looks so
Look at
awkward
that-
and weird.
That ringing. The ringing.
I will fight you!
I will fight you.
And they're just building with the music and the cuts that this is all coming to a head. The bad guys are winning.
Bad guys are winning. Spoiler, they do win, so sorry about that.
Oh.
Look at that. He's naturally lit. No one else is.
Smell.
Weirdly, his most human moment.
Yes.
All right.
I would love to wear that tunic.
Now I'm going to come back and be an asshole.
Well, that's part of
Fine,
his contract.
tell me. Tell me why you're here to kill me. Say it.
Oh.
Oh, man, they don't have a chance. They're just getting killed. Punch. No sword, nothing. Oh, it feels so good. That
both of
moment.
them. How they both lose because of overconfidence. They'd have just killed him, not played with him like little mice.
Yes.
No.
I lived and you didn't.
Heart. Tons and tons of heart.
Justice doesn't prevail.
Bring it.
I wasn't expecting that. Pin him to the cherry tree.
He's so funny.
That
Oh yeah? You got your little knife? Your little extra? I will push that back.
Never give up, never
Till you
surrender.
die.
That's it.
There we go. He dies good, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Sweet death.
He's a good die. They needed to work a little bit harder on that sword, not
Dropping a little bit.
dropping down
Yeah.
a little bit. But that's hard. We tried that. It's hard.
It's really
It's
hard.
fucking hard.
Oh.
Classic blood spit.
Yeah. Wait, who the hell is that?
What? Yoshi?
I can't have Yoshi see me all weak dying like this. Yoshi, no.
No, Yoshi, I have a plan. Don't fuck it up.
It's a shitty plan.
It is a shitty plan.
One more.
Aim better.
That's what he wanted, to take the medallion. I assumed.
Here's
give me that
the
arrow.
loophole I want to tell you guys about. When he leaves the village,
Drake.
he doesn't take the bow and quiver with him.
No, he had it in his bag of holding.
He did. He
Yes,
did.
He did. Yes, he did.
Fucking nerd! You're gonna wedgie.
Bag of
I'm
holding.
gonna miss you.
You,
Tell me.
who are you? And finally,
I'm dead. It's too bad about him dying. It's true.
that's right, bitches. There it is. It was the words that gave him strength.
Where is he now? Right here.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Really quick
And
hands.
shoop.
They don't forget the little pieces either. They knew to show the arrow just so nobody missed
that's so
it.
important. Oh, now I'm going to pull it out. That's a terrible plan.
Leave it in.
Kids never do that.
Leave it in. Go to the hospital.
Go, let them pull it out so they can be there to take care of the blood loss that will happen afterwards.
We're finding out. Now we're gonna know. Oh my God! No!
No!
I'm not surprised, obviously.
No, they've been hitting at it pretty hard.
Yes. Yes.
No. Wow.
Look at those cuts on his nose. He doesn't even say anything to Yoshi like, I gotta just get out of here.
He's like, I gotta pee.
His arm is barely on right now. He's got to go.
I haven't peed all movie. I'll be right back.
He's got to climb down a cliff with one arm.
Nah, they'll find the elevator for the trip down.
Look at those windows.
What?
You could have been the mayor.
There you go.
I fought
That's
so I
what I'm
could continue
talking
serving
about.
drinks freely.
That's a t-shirt right
I
there.
think what I wish is that there was some extra of him watching the love of his life die in a fire. You know what I mean? We never see him.
He
after
kind of
her
just
death
leaves her in
and
there.
here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He lost her a long time ago, and he knew it.
I know,
Yeah.
but at the same time, not so much with her with the note. He must have hoped that there was a chance that he could at least see her again. Now she's dead.
Yeah.
And we don't ever get to see his real realization of
I
that.
really wish I had some of the sushi they're eating right now.
That's why I say she's not dead, and she's coming back in Bunraku 2
Bunraku
as
2,
the
people.
bad guy.
Bunraku 2 just
with
is never
the
going to
creepy
happen.
little kid who's all red with white dreadlocks. That's what's going to happen.
Later, when you're older.
See, look at that. They got to come back so they can have a thing when she's older.
Yes.
I know I'm your
Bunraku
cousin,
2.
but
I love
I'm
you
not even going to
forever.
say goodbye. Just goodbye.
What?
What?
I didn't touch her, dude.
Nothing.
She's like 14.
You
Gross.
obviously like her.
He didn't touch her. He fucked her.
You're gross. I mean, that's,
Did he? Am I gross or did it happen?
You're gross.
I wanted the medallion to be cooler looking than that.
Nah. It doesn't matter. It's just a
You know
thing.
what's interesting is it should have stood out style-wise. It should not have matched so much to the
Yeah, 'cause
to the other styles.
I'm sure they were going for that folded paper look. I get
that
it,
makes sense.
but come on.
At the same time, it just
What if it was magical and hologrammy and shit?
didn't seem very.
I'm a product of a
Tomorrow.
fucked up generation.
Tomorrow
I love that.
is a new day.
And how are we going to ride off in the sunset? Yin and yang style, buddy. Boom!
Boom.
Tomorrow is a new day. Life
There it
and
is.
strife, baby.
Boom!
And,
Bunraku!
Oh, Bunraku.
yeah.
So yeah, we're going to go through the credits now.
And this should take probably a half hour because there's like thousands and thousands
Billion
of people
that worked on this movie.
working
Let's
on
read
this
their
movie.
last names. If this was made in Budapest, there should be some kind of interesting names.
Mike Patton did the narrator. I want to look up what Mike Patton is. What is it? What is a Mike Patton?
Nicola.
Mike Patton from no.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look
script is
that
so
up
tiny,
later.
I can't even read it. I can't even tell their
It's
names.
pretty hard to say.
God,
Because
that's
there's a shit
bad.
ton of them and they only have so
I
much
gotta get
time.
through. You gotta get
Put this
through.
stuff through there.
It looks like mouse scribble. It's all messed up. Yeah.
Stunt team.
See,
look
at that.
the size of that
Kuprian
stunt team.
Dumitrascu.
Yeah,
Come on.
Dumitrascu.
Lumita Femon.
Florian.
Constantine Justine
Holy shit, there was
Musera.
like 9 or 6 Florians. That
Wow,
must be like
co-producer.
Smith.
An entire slate to himself.
Sometimes you give Dana what Dana wants.
Ba, 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 Simona Dinao.
Unit production, people who don't matter. None of these people matter.
Take that back. Idi Papa. Idi Popa.
Concept artists, they mattered for this movie.
Sergei
Oh.
Taluta.
You'd think there would have been more of them.
Yeah.
Cosma Marius Serbain.
No, I have a feeling the guy who wrote this pretty much told them
Radu
what they fucking
Vaidia
doing.
Moontown.
I would be pretty sure that the writer-director came from a visual
Armstrong.
effects background. Right?
Yes, I would
he did
agree with
not
that.
come
Michael
from
Sharp.
the storytelling side of it. He came from the visual
Yes.
effects side of it.
Chloe. Do you guys know what Guy Moshi did prior to this?
This is what I'm theorizing.
He made a movie called Holly that was shot. It was like not a faux documentary in a funny way, but it was shot in working brothels, like in Thailand, and it was made with a nonprofit organization underscoring and trying to raise awareness of sex slavery and sex trafficking.
You'd think there'd be stronger
He's made-
female characters in this.
He has made short films prior to this, but that was his only other feature.
Really?
It's interesting.
Yes.
That is fascinating.
So this is a thing
That
he's had in
totally
his brain
contradicts
for a
my-
million years.
Kaza.
That's
Gotta
what I'm
be,
assuming.
yeah.
That's what this is the thing that happened when he started thinking this when he was 14 or some bullshit.
Yeah, he puts drawing and shit in his notebook at school.
Ricos.
This is the culmination of a decade
Bro,
for this
yeah.
guy, probably.
Wow.
Toma. Balaznovak.
So the dude for the would you say $25 million budget?
Terry Garcia.
Yes.
Yes.
He,
Calico.
he's got to have done more in the industry than some short films and a...
He actually, I think he really
documentary,
stretched
right?
that $25 million. I really think
I'm
he
just saying
stretched that.
I know, obviously, but to raise $25 million and to get buy-in from, those like the kind of talent that was involved with this.
Honestly, I think he started with the talent. I think he might have known a couple of people, and I think he started there, and he went to some studio and went, hey, I've got these people who are interested in possibly doing this.
I can do it for
Willing
this
to give me
much
some money?
Well, he knew he went in.
He probably asked for 40.
This is
They
how
gave
much
him
I
25.
can do it. I'm going to do it in.
Well, he sold the script for Bunraku to a production company, but they decided they weren't going to make it, so he bought it back. This was he started writing it in 2006.
Wow.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. 2007, he interviewed, talked about making it. Built and shot entirely on a stage, so it couldn't be more different than Holly. But like Holly, it aspires to go beyond the pure entertainment factor.
I don't know if it went quite beyond a pure entertainment factor. I don't know. Did he have a point that I missed?
No. I think it was old school Fables moral type thing. There will always be good guys.
There'll always be bad guys.
Yeah.
It's fully financed by Keith Calder's Snoot Entertainment, which was founded in February 2004 to independently develop, finance, and produce both commercial genre-oriented live-action films and CG animated features with a broad audience.
Right up that
alley.
And the idea of the no-name stranger coming to town and ending up in a bigger struggle.
Which is classic. It's full of dollars.
I can see this movie making a decent amount of money with foreign audiences, though. I can see this movie making money with foreign audiences.
Yeah. Well, and it being as action oriented as it is, certainly.
Yeah.
I can see. I mean, for a world audience, it'd be interesting to see some numbers.
Well, that was Bunraku, guys.
Yeah, it was.
Bunraku.
It was definitely
Part
Bunraku.
A.
All right.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Well, we're done. So, what did we learn?
Thanks for watching and
listening. Do we
listening.
like it? Do we like it?
I'm glad that we saw it.
It's a solid,
People should see this movie.
solid action flick.
Jacked.
Definitely check it out. Obviously,
Yeah.
if you're watching this, please check it out. Especially if you've made it to this point. Part 2 at the end of part 2. Netflix streaming as per usual. Thank you, Netflix. I know you're not funding this in any real way, but thank you, Netflix, for not suing the shit out of us.
Yeah. If you have an idea for a movie for us to watch, check Netflix, see if it's there. Drop us a line below.
Yes.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, stop the film.
Okay.
And we're out. I have to pee so bad.
He has to be so bad.